To say hello to all you wonderful people in this beautiful community. Um, I just got back from the Conscious Life Expo, and now I am going to Gaia tomorrow, which is super exciting because I'm going back on George Nori's show. And oh my gosh, this is such a cute hotel. See, you can see I'm back in the hotel. I love this place, honestly, because they have the most amazing bathtub in this place. So super, super awesome. Hi guys. But I just wanted to quickly run on here and give you a little update about some of my cool recent sessions. Gosh, because there have been some amazing things happening in the cosmos recently. So I guess you guys all probably are feeling like all these energies right now, which a lot of people are talking about when they are under hypnosis and they have questions about this. So that is something that has been coming up in my most recent sessions. People are really having interesting side effects with all the energy. What about you guys? Are you guys having like side effects? Some people are noticing like heart palpitations and things like that. And if you think about why this is happening, and if you think about this, it makes sense that if your body is changing its density, then there would be kind of like physical side effects that some people are noticing. And it's almost like when you start to ingest like less dense food, or you're starting to even, take in less upsetting information, that your body starts to actually process a lightness in, and you can feel certain side effects when you go from being a very dense being to being, less dense. So some people have had heart palpitations. Oh yeah, I see people saying, yes, this is actually going on a lot, and people are talking about that in their sessions because this is such a phenomenon. Actually, somebody had noticed that their heart was like skipping beats and changing, and in that person's session, they were talking about how their heart is being affected by the energy. They were just told to try to ground more and put their feet on the earth, and to try to take very deep breaths and ground themselves here. So that's one thing that my clients have been talking about, as far as like what to do with that. But what is very, very interesting is that a lot of us are wondering, like, what can we do? How can we feel better? And we are told many times in people's sessions that a lot of us have guides, and those guides come as our pets, like a dog or a cat or even the nature around us, and to remember that these beings are of a higher vibration. So when you communicate with these beings, these guides, and understand that they have a higher vibration, they can also help us with this, with helping us shift into this higher vibration. I love all you people on the chat. And I see people talking about breath work. Breath work is so important. Oh my gosh. Sometimes clients are told that they have issues because they don't breathe, and it's true. Breath work is so important. We forget that we're supposed to breathe deeply actually from our belly. And there are many different ways to learn breath work. And I bet there's people in this chat that maybe you guys do breath work, or you know of some of these ways. If you are like a breath work facilitator, please put your information in the chat so people in this beautiful community can reach out, because it really does help if we understand like how to breathe and what we can actually do with our breath. You know, you can go into transcendental states just with your breath, like holotropic breathing. It can actually help you work out trauma. It's like amazing. Um, Another thing people are told in sessions all the time, and I talked about this last time, is just how much water we're actually supposed to drink. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know why this is so hard for me. I mean, I drink a lot of water, but it just seems like we are supposed to drink even more water than we ever did before. And I am told from people's higher selves under hypnosis that that's because we're energetically cleansing ourselves too. So we're supposed to drink a lot of water. Oh my gosh, it's so interesting too how in the ancient cultures they used to bathe in healing water, in like running water. And we don't realize the power of this these days, but clients all the time are talking about this in their sessions or in their memories. And I know it's cold in most of the world right now, but when it warms up, or if you live in a place where it's warm, if you have like a natural spring, or you can go to like a place with flowing water to just bathe yourself in this flowing water, because it's so energetically cleansing, and you can actually receive so many benefits from this. And I thought it was interesting, you know, when my clients are asking how they can feel better, to take a bath with minerals, because apparently when you're in bathing, you're opening your pores, so you can actually put things into your bath that would be really beneficial for your body. It was interesting when I was working on my latest book up, and the Knights Templars kept coming through. They always ingested minerals, so it seemed like they were ingesting seaweed a lot of the time because of the minerals, which, you know, there are so many things that we can do that can greatly improve our lives, but it seems like a lot of these things are the most powerful, the most potent, are some of the cheapest, and some even very free, you know? So um, maybe that's why we haven't really heard about it. And I love it. I'm seeing on the chat that people are drinking water with minerals. It's like, that's fantastic. So amazing. Um, yeah, everybody says they have to pee constantly. Well, oh well, you know, I guess that's a problem with that, but apparently the benefits are amazing. Um, I don't know about you guys. If has anybody tried Sheila Jeet? I think I'm saying it right, but Sheila Jeet apparently is amazing. Um, I bought that and I have yet to try it because I don't like the way it tastes. It's pretty gross, but I do try to do what the Templars were talking about and try to eat, yes, Shilajit, try to eat seaweed, or put seaweed in something, or miso soup has seaweed in it. So apparently that's like phenomenal. Um, anyway, so in my most recent sessions, yes. Oh, honey. Oh my gosh. My most recent sessions, I thought this was interesting, and I'm going to mention it because it kept coming up in my most recent sessions. And people ask me this question, and I thought I would just share about what was coming up. So, anyway, people have asked me, and they've asked their higher selves about the negative alien agenda. So, just to shed a little light on this and what is it? What is the negative alien agenda? So, according to clients under hypnosis, their time does not exist. So, if you think of most of the gray extraterrestrials that we see, or that we're contacted by, or that speak to people, or you interact with them, they are another version of humanity, right? So they're another version of humanity. Well, if you think of time as not existing and some of these other gray versions of humanity, um, if we shifted in our consciousness some of these other versions of ourselves, when I'm talking about the other versions, the gray versions of ourselves, there are over 400 different types of gray extraterrestrials. Well, I'm talking about the ones that people would consider negative. If we shifted in our consciousness, those negative grays would not exist anymore. So they don't want us to shift in our consciousness. Remember, this is a game, though. Okay, so this is a game. So there is an agenda to get it so that we do not shift our consciousness. What the whole gray negative agenda would be to for us to chip ourselves, to try to breed out our emotions, like our negative emotions, which um, many beings, higher level beings, understand actually allow us to be more powerful because of our emotions. So if you were to think about this whole concept, this life that we're in as a game, we use our negative experiences for our soul's growth. So to get rid of a negative experience would mean to lose out on a lot of growth. So if if we were to breed out our emotions, thinking, oh gosh, I don't want to feel negative ever, I don't want to feel upset, that actually makes us weak. And so, what happened in another future version of ourselves, a parallel version of ourselves, was that we eventually lost the planet and then had to go live into space, which is not really space, it's like a liquid form of oxygen, apparently, according to people, clients. And we would try to find another resource to try to breed ourselves back in. So, anyway, that is what people are talking about when it comes to the gray negative agenda, like putting a chip or something in our brain so that we wouldn't have to feel bad. Remember, this is a game, though, okay? So, there are many different agendas. And I think it's really important to talk about everything. Like, why should a subject be off limits or anything? And I think we are all one in a sense. So we want to help one another and spread information so that we understand what's going on. But yeah, the battle for the human, it is something that people talk about, and it is something that is part of this game. So we really do have a choice. Do we want to evolve ourselves spiritually in our consciousness and become our divine blueprint, our divine right, which is the full awakened human? Or do we want an easy way out? It's like, do you want the easy way out of the game? So to sense. Um, but what's fascinating is when people, or, the higher selves have talked about, like, the most powerful being in the universe, they talk about the fully awakened human, like the Shiva. Those are the most powerful. And that being is so incredibly powerful because of their emotions. So that is where we're headed. There's so much prophecy. People know that that is where we're headed. That is what we're doing basically, is we're awakening ourselves to this powerful being that we are. If the most powerful being in the whole universe is the awakened human, then it makes you think, how much power am I like sitting on right now? Like, that's how powerful we are. Oh my gosh. So we just don't know how to utilize this power. And, but, nobody talks about like the powerful human as being the one chipped, or, like that is like basically like, you know, um, semi-human, So, this is just what I've been hearing, and you know, I I am though wanting to say that My clients under hypnosis, and I've done many sessions, they never say you can harm a soul. Yes, you can be harmed physically during your lifetime, but then you would die and you go back to the in between, or, or if you did happen to get stuck because you got confused, you have so many helpers. I mean, we have so many helpers, but no one has ever told me in their sessions that they could ever harm a soul, because if you think about what we are doing here, if we are all one and our souls all lead to this one place, which is actually source, then how could you ever harm source? You could harm the physical aspect of us, but then, when you die, it seems like you go to this amazing place and your soul is there. And after all these countless sessions, I can honestly say that I've never had one person see that you could ever harm a soul. So ultimately, as much fear is being spread everywhere, and as much as we're being told to fear, from my opinion, there isn't anything to fear. I mean, um, you are God in a sense. So, you are having this experience, but when you go back to the in between, you see that you were God again, and you see how much help you have. And you have so much help on this planet right now. And I can't tell you, like, how many people, when they are under hypnosis, they will see that they were actually helped by maybe like an angel or somebody that wasn't even real. And so, if you think about that, you might not even realize on a day to day basis that there are different beings coming in, stepping in to help you. Your loved ones may be like, stepping in to help you. There is so much help. I know that it looks crazy in our reality, and it looks like there's lots of fear. But listen, guys, that's just because the game is ramping up. This is a game. Nothing's going to ever harm your soul, at least from my opinion. There isn't anything to really worry about. You are so taken care of. You are so loved here. And so I just wanted to share that, because some of my clients have been in a lot of fear. I mean, they come in for their sessions and they're in so much fear. They ask these questions like, can my soul be harvested? Am I like going to be succumb to, like, this agenda or that agenda? And I just want to say that this is the information I received from their higher self, from countless higher selves, that we are being so helped. And if you want to see if you are being helped in your life, then as an investigator, and you want to investigate this further, look back on your life and see how you were helped in the past, because looking at your past is the best way to see your future. So if you look back in your life, you can see how everything leads you to now. And I'm just going to read the comments, but I can't read them. So let me see. Um, okay, have I counted my travels? Anything about gateway tapes? No, I haven't. I actually really don't research other things because I receive so much information. Yes, Patrick, if life is a game, must be Dungeons and Dragons. I completely understand. And I see one comment, I'm super excited about this new age. So am I. Um, you are God eternal and I exist. Yes. Yeah, this reality can be great fun. And I'm glad you're not scared with me around. Well, I'm going to report to you on the truth, or at least the truth about what I'm receiving. And I think that your reality can be completely different than somebody else's based on what you believe. And I think if you want to know my opinion on what the most important thing to do right now is to work on your belief system, because you can go and believe all these things and you could actually create that in your reality. And the controllers of this world know this, so they can they can try to program a belief in our reality that would cause a lot of fear and panic. And that would be something that they could use for their benefit. So the way to counteract that would be to start to focus on your beliefs and see how you're being helped, and see how you don't need to be in fear and panic, and that look at this beautiful community, that we can reach out to anyone in this beautiful community and know that we are not alone. There are so many people that really want to help one another, and we have a lot of like help on the other side. So I'm trying to think about what else came through in my most recent sessions. It has been mostly about the shifting, mostly about like the negative agendas. How do we navigate that? How do we navigate our belief system? Let's see, relationships are a big thing. I know one of my clients came in, asked because she felt really upset because her husband didn't believe in the same things that she believes in, and she was thinking of leaving him. And this, this was interesting from her higher self. The answer that she was given was that our external reality is a reflection of our internal reality. And her higher self said that she will meet the same exact man if she doesn't shift things within her internal reality, and that relationships can be like a good judge as to where you are in your reality. Of course, you know, that doesn't mean that if you're done with a relationship, if you've learned everything you needed to learn from someone and you're ready to move on, of course, obviously, time to move on. But in her case, she was still working things out with him, and she was told to start shifting things in the way she interacted with him. So she needed to be more supportive of herself. If she was more supportive of herself, believed more in the things she believed in, then she didn't need her husband to reflect that, and didn't need her husband to believe in her. Ultimately, her higher self said this was a good push for her to start believing in herself. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to say I love you, and I hope you guys are all trusting in yourselves and having a wonderful day, and much love to you all. And I will come jump back on hopefully in a week with my next round of sessions. So much love to you all. Bye for now.